He's wearing a mask because it's...
His own house?
Yes. Take off their mask. Yes. It's fine. She's booting it. It takes a second.
It's not on yet.
She's the director.
I think so. Yes. There's 13 people watching. Oh no, she's the cantor.
Oh, right.
Jessica, who's spotlighted right now?
You're on live right now.
I know, but look. I understand.
You, Rabbi Silvers, and Cantor Sarah.
Because the Zoom is on speaker view right now, live.
Hi, everyone. This is our first Zoom bar mitzvah here. And so we are going to continue. If you want to join us, by the way, and have a prayer book, you can go to the Congregation B'nai Israel website. So cbiboca.org is where you can go. When you get there, so cbiboca.org if you want a prayer book, cbiboca.org. When you get there, you'll see at the top there's a button that says worship, and you'll hit worship, and under worship it'll say Shabbat, and then under Shabbat it'll say prayer book, and you can hit that link and you'll be able to follow along with us virtually. Or if you have a book, you can just use the book. So we are excited to be all together to celebrate Aviv's bar mitzvah service with all of you, with all of us in the Zoom room who you'll be meeting throughout the service. And we have Jessica Rotterman. Thank you so much for being our Zoom operator. We have all of our CBI clergy and family, and those of you watching live on the YouTube, thank you so much. We are so excited. And we are going to begin the service and pass over the reins to Cantor Sarah as she brings in a little of our Shabbat music in Modeh Ani. We're on page, by the way, we're on page something. We are on page 68.
Thank you, O God, who has provided us this brand new day in which to enjoy life once again. We appreciate your faithfulness, O God, in restoring us to life. All right. So welcome, Shabbat Shalom, Boker Tov, everybody. Glad to have everybody with us here on this very special day when we celebrate Aviv's Bar Mitzvah. And now we're going to call upon Rabbi Keller and Lisa to present Aviv with his talit, indicating his coming of age in our tradition.
So this talit purchased by my mom, by Savta, from a weaver in Jerusalem, shipped all the way across the ocean, all the way here for Aviv, for this very exciting moment.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishanu mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hitatef b'tzitzit.
Amen.
And to celebrate this wonderful moment, Cantor Sarah is going to continue with Shehechianu.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
Praised are you, eternal God, who has kept us in life, sustained us, enabling us all to be here and celebrate this wonderful moment with the Keller family. And we all say amen. All right. If we turn to our prayer books to page 74, we part of the morning preliminary service is Matovu, and Cantor Sarah continues there. Cantor Sarah is going to continue with Matovu. Aren't you, Cantor Sarah?
I am. I have a lot of windows open, so just excuse my technical difficulty for 1 second.
Do you need some tech support? Because I have someone who can help you.
I do. I do. Thank you. Sorry about that. Okay.
Pretty soon I'm going to sing.
Tohu ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ma tohu ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Vani berov hastecha avo v'techa eshtach קודשך ביראתך מה טוב הוא אוהליך יעקב אוהליך יעקב משכנותיך ישראל מה טוב הוא אוהליך יעקב אוהליך יעקב משכנותיך ישראל.
How goodly are your tents, O Jacob, your dwellings, O Israel. I, through abundant love, O God, enter your house to bow down in awe at your holy temple. Adonai, I love your temple abode, the dwelling place of your glory. I will humbly bow down low before Adonai, my maker. As for me, may my prayer come to you, Adonai, at a favorable time. O God, in your abundant faithfulness, answer me with your sure deliverance. And in case anybody was wondering, indeed, we are all in God's house. Even our home was considered a mikdash ma'at, a small sanctuary. So here we are during this pandemic, gathered in our homes, nonetheless feeling the presence of God and a presence of great joy and celebration with our dear friend Rabbi Keller and his whole family, especially Aviv, on this special day. All right, we are going to continue as we make a transition to the Shacharit or morning service. Cantor Sarah, if you're ready, you're going to chant Chatzi Kaddish on page 106 in the prayer books. She's not ready. Aviv is going to chant Chatzi Kaddish.
Yes.
All right, Aviv, it's all yours.
Yikadaha ve'yikadash shmei Rabba ba'amad yivrach yirutei ve'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon uvyomechon uvchayei dechol be'Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kariv ve'imeru amen Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach la'olam u'amei amaya Yiparach, Yiparach, V'yishavach, V'yitpar, V'yitroman, V'yitnaseh, V'yithadar, V'yitalev, V'yitalal, Shmeidik Shavrichu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata, Damiran ba'alma, V'yimeru, Amen.
Aviv, I'm glad you inherited your mother's voice and not your father's. All right, so we are about to begin the morning Shacharit service. That begins with our call to prayer, which is the Baruch Hu. You'll find it on page 108. And because we're at home, you can either choose to stand or just lift up your hearts and souls as we know we are about to face our sovereign God and proclaim his praise. Page 108, the Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed.
And Lior, Aviv's brother, is going to continue on page 110 with our morning prayer of creation.
Okay. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, yoter or uvoreh choshech, oseh shalom uvoreh et hakol, hama'ir la'aretz, v'ladarim aleha rachamim, uvtuvo mechadesh, b'chol yom tamid. Ma'aseh v'reshit, ma'rabu ma'asecha, Adonai, kulam b'chokhmah, asita mal'ah ha'aretz kinyanecha. Titbarach Adonai Eloheinu al shevach ma'aseh yadecha ve'al me'oreh or she'asita yefarucha selah. Or chadash al tiyon ta'ir v'nizkeh chulanu mehera le'oro. Baruch atah Adonai yoter ha'me'orot.
Thank you, Lior, for leading Yotzer Or so beautifully. You're next in just a couple of years. We'll continue on page 112. How deeply you have loved us, Adonai, our God, gracing us with surpassing compassion, on account of our forebears, whose trust led you to teach them the laws of life. Be gracious to us, teaching us as well. O merciful one, have mercy on us by making us able to understand and discern, to heed, learn, and teach, and lovingly to observe, perform, and fulfill all that is in your Torah.
Be'ha'erinenu beToratecha, ve'dabek libeinu b'mitzvotecha.
We join with Aviv as he leads us in the Shema, declaring our partnership with God.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. I don't say quietly. Baruch Shem Tevot Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meyodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta ba'am v'shitecha ve'veitecha u'v'lechacha ba'derech u'shofecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam leod al yedecha v'hayu totafot b'neinecha u'ktavtam amazot beitecha u'visharecha leman tiskeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'atem kedoshim lelechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher tzei'eti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim le'ot lehem Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem.
As we come to Mi Chamocha, our prayer of redemption, we recall the transition of our Israelite ancestors from Egypt through the Sea of Reeds and into the Promised Land. It was then that everyone rejoiced. So too do we rejoice in community this morning for Aviv's transition as he becomes a bar mitzvah. Page 122.
Sur Yisrael, Kuma Bezrat Yisrael, Uftechinu Mecha Yehuda veYisrael. Go Aleinu Adonai Tzevaot Shemo, Kadosh Yisrael, Baruch Atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael.
At this time, we stand or rise in our hearts for our Amidah as Aviv leads us on page 124.
Adonai, Sefer Taftifchach, Ufia Gitehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Koneh HaKol, Zocher Asdevot Bimot, Umvieh Geulah Livnei V'Nehem, L'man Shemo Ahava, Melech Uzir Mashiach again. Baruch Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Saraha. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai mechayei hakol, Atah Rav lehoshia. Mashiv haruach u'morid haga Hashem, mechalkel chaim ve'chesed, mechayei hakol ve'rachamim rabim. Somech noflim ve'rofeh cholim, u'matir asurim. Umekayem emunato lishenei afar michamocha ba'al gevurot umedomelach melech emit umechayei umatzmiach Yeshua v'nemanata lechayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai mechayei hakol.
Nekadesh et shemcha ba'olam, keshem shemakdishim oto b'shmei marom, kakatuv al yad neviecha, v'kara ze el ze ve'amar.
Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevaot, Meloch haaretz, Kevodo.
Adir, Adirenu, Adonai, Adonenu, Ma'adir, Shemacha b'chol haaretz.
Baruch Kevod Adonai, Mimkomo.
Echad hu Eloheinu, hu Avinu, hu Malkeinu, hu Moshienu, vehu Yashmienu, berachamav leinei kol chai. Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Imloch Adonai Elolam, Elohai Zion, Ledor Vador, Hallelujah.
Ledor vador,
Ledor Vador,
ledor vador,
Ledor Vador.
ledor vador, nagid God lecha. Ledor vador,
Ledor Vador,
ledor vador,
Ledor Vador.
ledor vador, nagid God lecha. Ula netzach netzachim, kedushat chanakdish, kedushat chanakdish. V'shivchacha Eloheinu mipinu lo yamush, leolam leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
Let us take some time for silent prayer, either using the pages until 142 or the prayers of our hearts. We join back together with our prayer for peace, Sim Shalom, page 140.
Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha. Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha. Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha. Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha. Chen v'chesed, chen v'chesed v'rachamim. Chen v'chesed, chen v'chesed v'rachamim, v'rachamim. Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha. Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amecha. Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha. Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha. Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha.
In a moment, we're going to continue with Seder Kriyat Hatorah, the service for reading the Torah. I have said those words hundreds of times, probably, for many B'nai Mitzvah as we continue with families. This one's a little more emotional to announce we continue with the Torah reading, knowing that this kid is going to be chanting Torah. Thank you for waving, making sure that everyone knew it was you, since it was you the whole time. So it's a little more heart racing. Not that all of those wonderful B'nai Mitzvah were not, but you know this one. Okay, so we're going to continue with Seder Kriyat Hatorah. Definitely want to thank all of the CBI clergy for being part of this whole service. So thank you to Rabbi Silvers and to Rabbi Cohen and to Cantor Sarah and to Cantor Muchnick, who is going to continue now with Seder Kriyat Hatorah, which is on page 244 in your Sidurim.
Ein kamocha va'elohim Adonai vein kema'asecha malchutecha malchut kol olamim u'memshaltecha bechol dor v'dor. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai himloch, le'olam va'ed. Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Av harachamim heitiva v'tzoncha et Zion. Timne chomot Yerushalayim, ki v'chal levad batachnu, melech el rabbenisa, Adon olamim. Ki mitzion teitzei Torah, ki mitzion teitzei Torah, ulevar Adonai mirushalayim, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, le'amo Yisrael, b'kedushato.
So if we were standing in our sanctuary, imagine, you can close your eyes, think of people sitting all where they should be in our seats in our sanctuary. And we would then have a Torah in our hand. We have a Torah right here, but it's not in our hand. And we would we would have the family all sort of gathered around, and we would say, this Torah, right, carried in the hands of our ancestors, from grandparents to parents to children, in good times or in bad times, when we were in exile or in our homeland, when we were being persecuted and running from burning buildings, or we were in Israel and celebrating and dancing with our Torahs. This Torah, Aviv, has been the center of our Jewish people, passed from generation to generation to generation. So if we could be standing together, and this is as together as we could possibly be, we'd be together and we would hand the Torah to the grandparents, and then to the parents, and then to you, and then we're passing this from generation to generation to generation for you to carry this on for the Jewish people. So imagine that as if we just did that, because we could not, because we're in our living room and not in the sanctuary. So it's as if we pass this Torah to you, and so we're going to continue now on page 248.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
We are excited that the Bar Mitzvah is now going to share some words of Torah with everybody. He's worked very hard on it. Our Torah portion this week, Chayei Sarah. He's going to do it very, very, very slowly.
Yes, I am.
Or both of his parents are going to come on the other sides of him, where you won't see us on camera, reminding him to go slowly, but he's going to go slowly by himself, right?
Yes.
He's worked very hard on it, and we would love to hear, and we look forward to hear your words of Torah about Chayei Sarah very, very slowly.
Okay. Throughout this parsha, we learn many things, and it's a lot to go over. We learn that Sarah died at the age of 127. We learn about the grave that was offered to Abraham for free, yet he decided to pay in full. It's a good thing because to this day, he still owns that grave, which is now located at the cave of Machpelah. We learn that Eliezer goes to find a wife for Isaac and returns with a lovely Rivka, who in fact fed all of his many, many camels out of the kindness in her heart. We hear about the many gifts that Rivka receives from Eliezer. We also learn that Rivka returns to Abraham and Isaac with Eliezer. We learn that Isaac and Rivka get married, and at the end of the parsha, we learn that Abraham died. But what is the point of this parsha? Is it just telling us that Sarah died, or is it just telling us that Yitzhak got married, or is it saying something more? I believe that this parsha is teaching us about kindness. Kindness is the quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate, or at least that is what the definition is. But what is kindness to you? To all of us, kindness is helping those in need and being nice. Kindness is a mitzvah, but it is more than just a commandment. It is a way of life. Kindness can relate to all of us, whether it is donating $5, $10, or even $100, or maybe it's investing your time to prepare a fundraiser for the needy, or maybe it's even paying full price for a grave that your friend is selling at his grave store and offers it to you for free so that the store can make money. Well, that last example was kind of specific because it happens in this parsha. We can all be kind in our everyday lives. It only takes one person to do the right thing and be kind. Set up an organization that helps fight against cancer, which my friend Xander and his family did, or donate all their birthday presents to the people that have less than them, which is something I do every year. So it really just starts with you and me. Rivka was kind when she helped Eliezer and his camels, and like I mentioned earlier, this shows that kindness is a circle. If you are kind, kindness will return to you. So please, make a difference in someone else's life. There are a bunch of people that I would like to thank for helping me to prepare for this day. I'd like to thank my Ima, Lisa Keller. My bar mitzvah and my Jewish learning would not have been possible without a loving, kind mother like Lisa. I'd also like to thank my Abba, Ronnie Keller. Without him, my bar mitzvah would also not have been possible, and I would have never moved to Florida and met such wonderful friends. I'd like to thank my sweet little brother, Lior. Without him, my bar mitzvah would still be possible, but it would lack the emotion and goodness that it is. Thank you for being my best friend and for spending so much time with me during this quarantine. I would like to thank a million times and a million times more my Safta, Rachel Keller. Without her, nothing here would have been possible, including my lovely Talit. I might have been a whole different person without her teachings and kindness. Thank you again, Safta. I would like to thank my Bubby and Zadie, Elaine and Richard Solomon. My Bubby has Alzheimer's, which is why she cannot watch me today. Thank you to my Zadie for making Jewish holidays so much fun with your singing. Two more people that should be thanked are Tom and Augie Keller, who are my grandpa and grandma. Thank you for loving me and being there for me. I'd like to thank my great uncles, aunts. They are David, Arlene, Jerry, and Moti and Helen for doing it all out with me in the future, so later today. I would also like to thank my aunt and uncle, Rabbi Jenny and Rabbi Eric Solomon, along with my cousins, my Rav, Adi, and Atan for doing an aliyah in the future. And an extra hug to my Rav for chanting Torah later today. Thank you to my Abba's BFF, Rabbi David Eshel, or as I call him, Dodudu, from Los Angeles for waking up super early this morning to read Torah, and happy birthday to Doda Stephanie. Also, a big thank you to Tomer, my bar mitzvah tutor, for virtually meeting with me every week to help prepare me for this day. I could have not have done this without him. I would like to thank the CBI clergy, Rabbi Silvers, Rabbi Cohen, and Cantor Mochnik for helping with the service. Also, a big special thank you to Cantor Sarah for singing so beautifully and helping me lead the service. To JR for running the Zoom this morning. I should probably also thank Rabbi Keller for being available to me. Having a rabbi quarantining at home is both good and bad. I would also like to thank all my teachers at Donna Klein, SLJ, and Pardes, and CBI back in Arizona for helping me prepare for life as a Jewish adult. I'd like to give a special thanks to Zoom, the live stream, and my Wi-Fi. I most certainly could have not done it without them. Finally, a big shout out to all my family and friends who logged in with us. Shabbat Shalom.
That was really good. No, I'm fine.
You're unmuted.
I know.
Oh, okay.
That was very nice. So we are going to continue now with some Torah reading. We have a Torah. We thank you, Congregation B'nai Israel, for gifting us a Torah. We're just going to keep it now in the house forever. So thank you very much. It's going to just be hanging out here for us in case we just kind of want to roll it and have a Torah around the house, dance around. It'll be Simchat Torah at our house every day. So thank you. We're going to throw candy at ourselves, and it's going to be great. So thank you for letting us borrow this Torah on this really fine morning. We are honored to have it in our home. It is the Landau Torah. So Landau family, also a special thanks for letting us borrow your Torah for this really wonderful moment for our entire family. So Aviv is going to be chanting along with, as you heard, Mirav, thank you very much, and Dod Dudu from Los Angeles. We have we flew in international people to read some Torah for us by flying in through the Zoom. So we'll be doing a bunch of different aliyot. So all of you who are doing aliyot and reading, this is your time to prepare because your time is coming very soon. All of you get ready. It's coming up. So we are going to continue now, and we are going to move forward with our Torah reading. Doing a little shuffling here. Don't mind us. It is a pleasure to call up for the honor of the first Aliyah, Karen and Jerry Solomon, Arlene and David Lanter, and Helen and Moti Hersaft. These are our uncles and aunts, so your great uncles and aunts. And so Ya'amdu Bracha Bat Avraham V'Sara, Yaakov ben Reuven V'Bracha, Mordechai ben Shmuel V'Sara, Chaya bat Reuven ve'Esther, David ben Simcha HaKohen, ve'Ansli bat Shmuel Aliyah Rishona. Okay, so you guys ready? So get ready there. Okay, you ready? We're going to do it together. 1, 2, 3, go. Baruch Adonai Borach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
Amen. All right, you guys can remute all of the people who did aliyot. Thank you for the moment. Beautiful.
Sorry.
Yep.
Vehiyu chaye Sarah me'ashana v'esrim shana v'sheva shanim. Shenei chaye Sarah v'tamot Sarah v'kiryat arba ki Chavron ve'eret Canaan v'yavo Avraham lispod Sarah ve'livkota ve'akom Avraham me'al pnei meto v'diber el b'nei chet le'ma'or.
Okay, first people, you can unmute and do the blessing after.
Okay, you ready?
1, 2, 3, go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. Yishkoach. Amen. So Yofi. Thank you, everyone. You guys can remute. For the honor of the second aliyah and also the largest amount of names that I will have to say this morning for the aliyah, because everyone in this family is a rabbi. It is a pleasure to call upon Rabbi Jennifer Solomon, Rabbi Eric Solomon, Mirav, Adiel, and Natan Solomon. Mirav's going to be chanting Torah for us direct from the beautiful, crisp air of North Carolina, live for us. Ya'amdu, you ready for this? Harav Yochevet Rachel bat Mordechai v'Chaya Bela, Harav Moshe Shlomo ben Rachmiel ve'Esther, Mirav bat Sheva bat Harav Moshe Shlomo ve'Harav Yochevet Rachel, ve'Adiel Yedidya ben Harav Moshe Shlomo ve'Harav Yochevet Rachel. לעלייה השנייה.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה. אמן. אמן. גברת עכשיו אנוכי עמכם, תנו לי אחוז הקבר עמכם, ואקרא מתים מלפני, ויענו בני חת את אברהם לאמור לו, שמענו אדוני נשיא אלוהים אתה בתוכנו, במחר קברנו, קבור את מתך איש ממנו, את קברו לא יכלה ממך מקבור מתך. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Shkoach. Woohoo! You guys did that very well, by the way. That was excellent. Your blessings were really good also. That was awesome. Thank you from the crisp air of North Carolina. We are going to continue now with our third aliyah. So our third aliyah is going to be Dr. Richard Solomon, or Zadie as we call him, Lisa's dad. And the Torah will be read by Rabbi David Eshel, rabbi in Los Angeles, California. So again, we're going to have some internationalness going on here. Well, Zadie is local, and David is in early California. So,
but you do understand that California is in the United States of America. So
is it? It's kind of international. It's kind of international.
I saw a map and it looked like it was part of Canada now.
Yeah, I think it's international. I think it's like an international thing. What don't you speak Hebrew?
You see,
it's international. I'm just saying international. You're speaking Hebrew. Don't you speak Hebrew?
I speak the Hebrew.
What's up, dude? What's up, dude? How you doing? How's California?
Oh, fabulous. It's wonderful. Yeah, beautiful nice. Day.
Yeah, it's good.
Because it's Aviv's bar mitzvah.
Yeah.
Beautiful day.
And Steph's birthday.
And Stephanie's birthday.
Yes. And Stephanie's birthday. Yay.
Well, the best way to celebrate a birthday is Aviv's bar mitzvah.
Really early in the morning, internationally. All right.
I think we're live, dude. I think maybe. Okay.
Oh, wait. Should we continue? I thought we were just chatting on the phone. Are there other people watching? I think there are other people watching. All right. So, Ya'amod Rachmiel ben Reuven vebracha le'aliyah shlishi.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamborach. Baruch Adonai hamborach li'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. ויקם אברהם וישתחו לעם הארץ לבני חת, וידבר איתם לאמור, אם יש את נפשכם לקבור את מתים לפניי, שמעוני ופקיעו לי בעפרון בן צוחר, ויתן לי את מארת המכפלה אשר לו, אשר בקצה שדהו, בכסף מלא, יתננה לי בתוככם לאחוזת קבר.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת, וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen.
Yesher koach, everybody. Thank you. Yesher koach. Woohoo, yesher koach.
Mazel tov, Aviv.
For the honor of the fourth Aliyah, my parents, Rachel Keller, Dr. Thomas Keller, and Agnes Keller, יעמדו רחל בת שמואל ושרה ומשה בן יהודה וציפורה ומרגלית יהודה בת דוד ובלומה חיה על עלייה התורה. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
ברוך אתה אדוני המבורך
לעולם ועד.
ברוך אדוני מבורך לעולם.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, העולם אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן
את תורתו. ברוך אתה
ברוך
אדוני
אתה אדוני
התורה.
מה קרה?
ועפרון יושב בתוך בני חת, ויען עפרון החיתי את אברהם ואוזני בני חת לאכול באשר יראו לאמור לו אדוני שמעני השדה נתתי לך והמרה אשר בואו לך נתתיה לעיני בני עמי נתתיה לך כבור מתך.
1, 2, 3, go.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה. כמו שהיינו בחמישה.
Amen. Amen. Yesh koach, everybody. Yesh koach. So for the fifth Aliyah, we're going to call upon your parents, Aviv, but we're going to ask Dudu to announce us.
I'm ready to announce.
Okay.
We're here.
Go ahead.
Larry, do you want to come?
Yeah, you ready? Here we go. Ya'amdu. This is a good one. This is a good name, Lisa. I like this. Ya'amdu Ruchel Shadel Bat Rachmiel ve'Esther ve'Arav Roni Shimshon ben Moshe ve'Rachel l'Aliyah leTorah.
Baruch Adonai Hamorach. Baruch Adonai Baruch Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Baruch Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
וישתחו אברהם לפני עם הארץ, וידבר אל בני חת, עפרון, באוזני עם הארץ לאמור, אך אם תעלו שראיני נתתי כסף השדה, קח ממני וקבר את מתי שמה, ויען עפרון את אברהם לאמור לו.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. For the honor of the sixth Aliyah, it is a pleasure to call upon this one, Aviv Shai Keller. Ya'amod Aviv Shai ben Aravoni Shimshon v'Ruchel Shenel Habar Mitzvah.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Barach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Barach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torto. Baruch Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Shemeini eretz arba me'ot shekel kesef, v'nei bencha mahi vet mitcha kevor. Vayishma Avraham. Wait. Oh, sorry. I started the wrong pursuit. Okay. Those nebnei chet arba me'ot shekel kesef over lasocher vayikam. I messed it up.
Want to start again?
Yeah, so they can start again. Where do I start? Yeah, there it is. Adoni Shmeini eretz arba me'ot shekel kesef v'nei bencha mahi bet mitcha kevor. Vayishma Avraham elefron vayishkol Avraham lefron et hakesef asher diber v'oznei b'nei chet arba me'ot shekel kesef over lasocher. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. With the Torah in front of us, we are going to take a moment to think of those who need any healing. So we turn this over to Rabbi Cohen to lead us in Mishaberach.
In the presence of our Torah scroll, which gives us words of faith, compassion, and strength, as Aviv shared with us, we think of those in our own lives who are also in need of that strength and compassion with our healing prayer. We especially think of all of those fighting COVID-19. For those we name out loud wherever we may be this morning, and for those we name silently in our hearts, we pray for healing with Mishaberach on page 253. Mishaberach avotinu v'imotinu, Avraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rechav, Leah, hu yivarech et hacholim ha'eleh. HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yimalei Rachamim Aleihem, Lehachalimam Urapotam Ulhachazikam, V'yishlach Lahem Mehera Rafua Shlema Mina Shamayim, Rafuat HaNefesh, Rafuat HaGuf, Hashtah Baglav Vizmahan Kariv, V'nomar Amen. May the one who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal all of those who are ill. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit. And let us say, Amen.
We're going to continue now with the chanting of Haftara. Aviv will be chanting from the book of 1 Kings this morning. If you want to follow along, by the way, again, if you have not had a chance to look at a prayer book, you still can, a virtual one. You can go to cbiboca.org and click worship and then Shabbat. And then in Shabbat, there's a little link there that takes you to the virtual prayer book. So you can follow along with us if you would like that.
Rabbi,
yeah.
Rabbi, you want to do Misha Berach for Aviv?
Oh yes, we have to do Misha Berach for Aviv too. Yes, yes, thank you. We have a second Misha Berach from still from California, internationally.
All right, here we go. You ready for this, Aviv? Yeah, he's ready. All right, cool, good. משברך אבותינו ואמותינו, אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, שרה, רבקה, רחל ולאה, הוא יברך את המתוק והחמוד והנסיך של סבתא, הבר מצווה הזה, בעבור שעלה לכבוד המקום, לכבוד התורה, בשכר זה הקדוש ברוך הוא, וישמרהו ויצילהו מכל צרה וצוקה ומכל נגע ומחלה, וישלח ברכה והצלחה בכל מעשה ידיו עם כל ישראל, ונאמר אמן. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless Aviv, the son of Lisa and Ronnie, and the brother of Lior, since he has come up to the Torah in honor of God and Torah. May he merit from the Holy One of blessing, protection, rescue from any trouble or distress, and from any illness, minor or serious. May God send blessing and success in his every endeavor, together with all Israel, and let us all say, Amen.
Okay, now we're going to continue with the chanting of Haftara. Once again, from the first book of Kings. If you want to follow along on our pages here, we're on page 254 if you'd like to follow along.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nvi'im tovim v'ratzah v'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'Torah u'v'Moshe avdo V'Yisrael amo, v'nvi'ei hamet v'tzedek. V'hamelech David zaken, bayamim, v'yichasu babgadim, v'lo yicham lo. V'yomru lo avadav, yivakshu L'Adoni HaMelech Nara Betula Ve'amda Lifnei HaMelech Utilo Sochenet Ve'shachva Ve'chekecha Ve'cham L'Adoni HaMelech Ve'yivakshu Nara Yafa Ve'chol Yivu Israel, v'imsu et Avishag Hashunamit, v'yaviu ota lamelech, v'hanara yafat me'od, v'ati lamelech sochenet, v'shar tehu, v'hamelech lo yeda'ah, V'adoniyaha ven hagid minaseh lemor anim lo v'asloho rechev ufarashim v'chamishim ish ratzim lefanav v'lo atzvo aviv me'amav lemor medua kacha asita וגם הוא שופטו מאוד, ואותו ילדה אחרי אבשלום, ויהיו דבריו עם יואב בן צרויה, ועם אביתר כהן, ועזרו אחרי אדוניה, V'tzadok HaKohen, Uvnayahu ben Yehoyada, Venatan Hanavi, Veshimi Veri, Vehagibarim, Asher David, V'lo hayu, Im Adoniyahu, Vayazbach Adoniyahu, Son Uvakar Umri, Im Evan Hazochelet, Asher Etzel Ein Rogel, Vikraha Et Kolechav, V'nei HaMelech, U'chol Anshe Yehudav de HaMelech, V'natan Hanavi Uvnayahu, Et HaGibarim, V'shlomo Achiv, Lo Kara. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Tzur kol amim, Tzadik bechol hadorot, Ha'el ha'ne'eman, Ha'omer v'oseh, Hamdaber Kayem, Shekol devarav emet v'tzedek, Al ha'Torah v'al ha'avodah v'al ha'nevi'im, V'el yom ha'Shabbat hazeh, Shnatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu, Likusha v'limnucha, Likavod Ultifaret, Al Hakol, Adonai Eloheinu, Madim Lach, Umvarchim Otach, Yiprach Shimcha, Befi Kolchai, Tamid Leolam Va'ed, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. Simen tavu, mazel tavu, simen tavu, mazel tavu, simen tavu, mazel tavu, simen tavu, yehelanu. Simen tavu, mazel tavu, simen tavu, mazel tavu, simen tavu, mazel tavu, simen tavu, yehelanu.
Woohoo! Well done, child. Well done. We are going to continue now with returning the Torah to the imaginary ark now. And so we're going to continue on page 256 in your Sidurim.
Yehallelu et Shem Adonai, ki niskav shemo levado, hodo al eretz v'shamayim, vayarem keren le'amo, tehila lechol chasidam, livnei Yisrael am kirovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Eitz chaim hi, lama chazikim ba, v'tomcheha me'ushar, diracheha darchei noam, v'chol netivoteha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai Eilecha v'nashuva, Chadesh, Chadesh yameinu, Eloheinu k'kedem.
It's a pleasure to invite Lisa Keller, your mother, to share with you some words with you.
I do. It is our choices, Harry, that show us what we truly are far more than our abilities. Do you know who said that? Dumbledore. He says, did you know that? Yeah, pretend like you did. Okay, yes, it was Dumbledore said it to Harry in Chamber of Secrets. I never read it, but you've read it 100 times. And Ab and I are so incredibly proud of both your choices and your abilities. You're smart, compassionate, determined, and confident. You're an out-of-the-box thinker. Sometimes your ideas are so out of the box, we don't even know where the box went. You're curious. You ask a million questions, and you're always talking. Always talking. You're constantly searching for answers and trying to figure out how something works and why. But Ab and I take partial responsibility for that because what are your initials? Ask, A-S-K, Aviv Shai Keller. So that is partially our fault. And ask, you always do. You're kind. The Talmud says that the highest form of wisdom is kindness. In your Devar Torah today, you spoke about Rivka's kindness. And Avivi, you are the epitome of kindness, always volunteering to help your friends and family with whatever we need, although sometimes we don't necessarily want your suggestions. You're the champion of unsolicited advice, but you're working on that. But it's always coming from a place of kindness and wanting to help. In fact, at 7 years old, you announced you wanted to be a technology fixer when you grow up, and you've followed that dream ever since. You are the go-to tech support at Donna Klein. You've been known to be called out of one class to help a teacher in another class with her technology. And you were the only student in the history of DKJA to ask for a letter of recommendation and receive that letter to the National Junior Honor Society from the head of the technology department. So it's kind of beshert today that you're having your bar mitzvah on Zoom because, you know, Judaism, Zoom, technology, it's your thing. But we should have known you would be a tech expert. You even said your first word, hi. Do you know what was in your hands?
Or the remote.
Yeah, you had the TV remote in one hand and the DVR remote in the other. And you said, hi. It was as if you were talking to your future. Hi, remotes. We'll be spending a lot of time together. And you do. Aviv, you live by the words, Tzedek, Tzedek, Tir Dov. Justice, justice, you shall pursue. We know that you will make a difference with your passion to help others and your determination for justice. You volunteer for Feed the Community, Christmas Gives Back, CBI Techie Teens, Boca Helping Hands, ICM back in Phoenix, and at every birthday party, including your bar mitzvah here today, you've asked your guest to donate to a charity instead of giving you gifts. And you are grateful for what you have, and you want to give back to your community through tzedakah. You're committed to Tikkun Olam, making this world a better place, and that makes Abba and I very proud. I will end with one more quote from Dumbledore. It matters not where someone is born, but what they grow to be. You know that quote?
Yes.
Aviv, Abba and I are so proud of how you read Torah and Haftara today, but we are even more proud and inspired by the young man that you've become. We love you very much. And I didn't cry. Surprisingly. Did you, Abba?
Not yet. So I don't know if you know this, but directly to the children, I have never spoken in English. They clearly hear me speak English because I speak English all around them, but I have never directly spoken to either Aviv or to Lior in English. So since I'm going to share it with him about a 7 or 8 page typed thing right now in English for the next 30 or 40 minutes, just get comfortable. It's going to be in Hebrew. The Hebrew part's for real. Aviv. See, that was Hebrew.
Do we have a translator now?
אביב, אתה יודע מה זה מעל ומעבר? אתה יודע מה זה? אז מעל, מה זה מעל? מה זה על? above, נכון. ומה זה מעבר? נכון, above and beyond, נכון. אתה אביב, מעל ומעבר. מה שאתה עושה, על מה שאתה מדבר, הכל מעל מעבר. כשאתה מדבר, זה מעל ומעבר. זה כל כך הרבה. כשאתה חושב על משהו, זה מעל ומעבר. כשאתה רוצה לתקן משהו, זה מעל ומעבר. לפעמים אתה פותח משהו וזה עושה אש לנו בבית, נכון? נכון? one time זה היה אש בבית, כי אתה עשית מעל ומעבר. כשאתה לומד זה מעל ומעבר, כשאתה מסתכל בטלוויזיה זה מעל ומעבר. אתה לא יורד למטה לאכול, כי אתה מעל ומעבר מסתכל בטלוויזיה. שאתה עם האח שלך, כי אתה אוהב אותו כל כך הרבה, זה מעל ומעבר לפעמים, נכון? ואתם משחקים, ואתם ביחד, ואנחנו אוהבים את זה כל כך הרבה. אז אתה, מותק, מעל ומעבר, מה שאתה עושה. וגם בפרשה היום, בחיי שרה, אנחנו לומדים שאליעזר עשה משהו מעל ומעבר. החבר שלו, העובד שלו בעצם, העובד של אברהם שלח אותו, נכון? לשלוח אותו למצוא אישה בשביל יצחק, נכון? והוא הלך מעל ומעבר. הוא ידע שהוא צריך למצוא מישהו טוב טוב, רבקה, נכון? ורבקה, מעל ומעבר, היא לא רק נתנה את המים לאליעזר, אבל לכל הגמלים ולכל האנשים שעמדו שם, מעל ומעבר. אז אביב, מה שאתה עושה אצלנו בבית ומהלב שלך, הכל מהלב, הכל מעל ומעבר. אנחנו מקווים ואנחנו יודעים שאתה תמשיך לעשות את כל הדברים האלה לכל החיים שלך מעל ומעבר, ואנחנו אוהבים אותך מאוד מאוד מאוד. הבנת את הכל? יופי.
You want to get in there, Lior?
Yay. If you didn't know what I said, I said he was above and beyond, essentially. Everything that he does is above and beyond. All the beautiful things and also all the loud things are also above and beyond.
Also very dangerous.
And one time he almost set fire to the whole carpet.
The key word is almost.
Almost. So we are so blessed in the Zoom room to have Jenny in our Zoom room. Jenny and Eric, of course, officiated at our wedding, and Jenny so beautifully sang the words of Birkat Kohanim, of the priestly blessing at our wedding. She was, of course, at each of the boys' brisses. Do you remember that? Remember she was at your bris? Good. Good call. And so she also did Birkat Kohanim for both of you. And so we would love for her to do Birkat Kohanim for you on your bar mitzvah. We will pretend it's your hands on him. We'll symbolize, if that's okay, Jenny, to do Birkat Kohanim for us.
And not only that, this is a moment really for everyone who's gathered here today to close your eyes and offer your own bracha, your own blessing for Aviv as he goes on his way. So we invite not only his parents, but everyone here to share a blessing in your heart. Yivarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
Aviv, may God bless you and keep you.
Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's face shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha yasem lecha
Shalom. May God always look upon you and grant you peace.
Shalom.
Thank you, Jenny and Eric. We are going to begin to conclude our service with Aleinu and then Kaddish. So,
Rabbi.
Yes.
Before we conclude, Lisa, get back in there. Lior, get in there. I want to say something. My prerogative. Aviv, beautiful job today. As you read in the Torah portion, in this portion, we learn, Adonai berach et Avraham bakol. God blessed Abraham with all things. And I will say to all of you, even though Ronnie feels like it was only a few short weeks ago, it was actually a few plus years ago that this Keller family joined us in our congregation here in Boca Raton, Florida. And I will tell you, just like as Abraham was blessed with all, with your arrival, we too were blessed with so many things. Ronnie, with your good humor and your sense of uprightness and morality, your family has been a wonderful addition to our community, and you continue to help us thrive as a synagogue. It's your vision, your great knowledge and education, both you and Lisa, which helps guide us in providing the best Jewish education we can for our students in our school. Your efforts these last few years are not unnoticed by all of us. And we thank all of you for being part of our community and part of our synagogue family. And we know that your continued presence will continue to bless us all with all things. So Mazal Tov on this very wonderful day. And Yashar Koach to you, Aviv.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so
Thanks.
much. Thank you. Thank you.
Nice.
We feel blessed as well. Thank you so much. Okay. So we are going to continue with Aleinu now. That is on page 282. If you are following along in your Siddur, and we turn it over to I think Cantor Sarah. Is that right? One of the cantors.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, lateit gedula liotze breshit, shelo asanu ki ha'aratzot, velo samanu כמשפחות האדמה שלא שם חלקנו כהם וגורלנו ככל המונם ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
We transition our thoughts as we continue in a moment with Kaddish Yatom, with Mourner's Kaddish. In our congregation, we think in the period of Shloshim of Rachel Winnick and Ayortzites that occur this week for us: Morton Binder, Pauline Cohen, Bruce Davis, Albert Feingold, Joy Friedman, Robert Glick, Elliot Golden, Faye Goldstein, Nathan Jaffe, Sarah Calvert, Benjamin Kaplan, William Kaufman, Ruth Klein, Edward Korn, Louis Levine, Carol Locker, Helen London, Elka Plashis, Shirley Rauch, Murray Schwartz, Sal Shapiro, Bertha Schran, Jacob Smilowitz, Elsie Sussman, Lillian Weiner, Paul Weissman, Esther Zaidman, and of course, any name you'd like to add in our chat or any name you'd like to add in our Zoom room, here you can unmute and share their name at this time.
Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sachs.
Kaddish Yatom, page 294. Yitgadal v'kadash meraba, v'alma divra chirutei v'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chay dechol beit Israel, v'agala v'zman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehesh meraba mavorach leolam ulmei olmaya, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי קודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלום רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel. As together we say amen. We're going to conclude today with, what are we concluding with?
Adon Olam.
Yes, Adon Olam. Woohoo!
Adon Olam, Asher Malach, V'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Leit Nasach, V'hefzo Kol. Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Ve'acharei Kiglot HaKol, Levado Yimlok Nora Adon Olam, Ve'hu Haya, Ve'hu Horeh, Ve'hu Yeh B'tifara Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, V'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Leit Nasach, V'hefzo Kol. Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Ve'hu Echad Ve'ein Sheni, Lehamshilo Lehachbira Adon Olam, Ve'li Reshit, Ve'li Tachlit, Ve'lo Haoz Ve'hamizra Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, V'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Leit Nasach, V'hefzo Kol. Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Ve'hu Eli, V'hai Goali, V'tzor Hevli Beitzara Adon Olam, Ve'hu Nisi, Humanosli, Menat Kosi B'yom Mikra Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, V'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Leit Nasach, V'hefzo Kol. Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Beyado Afkin Ruchi, Beit Tishan Ve'ayra Adon Olam, Ve'im Ruchi Giviati, Adonai Li Ve'lo Ira Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, V'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Leit Nasach, V'hefzo Kol. Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam.
Adon Olam, eternal God, we thank you for the gift of this Sabbath day. We thank you, O God, for this gift of great joy as one more individual in the house of Israel has become responsible for your mitzvot. On this day, we especially ask your blessings upon Aviv and the entire Keller family. Help us all, God, to be kind, that we might include that along with the righteousness and the justice that you have asked us to pursue. Help us to pursue kindness always, that we might create your world here. Bruchim atem b'boachem, we are blessed in that we have come together. Bruchim atem b'tzeichem, may we be blessed as we go forward from this gathering of God. Amen. Shabbat shalom and mazel tov to all the Keller family.
Mazel tov.
Thank you, everyone.
Mazel tov.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Thanks. Bye.
Thank
Mazel
you.
tov.
Tov.
Thank you.